Hello. Woody from Wooden Spoon Data here. Gonna watch the game tonight. We've got the pre-game on between Footscray and Collingwood. Should be a fun night. I think Footscray got challenged last week. Collingwood obviously smashed. So be interesting to see if Collingwood feels actually challenged tonight. Maybe not. We'll see how it goes. But it should be a fun night. So yeah, grab some things, settle in. I've got a little bit of pasta on the side here that I'm probably going to hook into in not too long when we actually get to the game. But yeah, otherwise, how was everybody's week? Feel free to jump in the comments. I had a bit of an issue with the audio last time. So let me know if that's still a thing or if it's a little bit better this week. Hopefully we've got it a little bit better. Otherwise, yeah, I'm going to make sure I've got KO lined up here. Make sure you do the same. And yeah, we're gonna get into this, guys. So gonna get that loaded. Otherwise, did everybody get a chance to see Saints TV this week? I got myself on there. It'll be first of quite a few weeks with Saints TV. We'll be doing the season and hopefully the off season too. Maybe we get into finals, but who knows? Rather, we'll see. Otherwise, let us know how that mic's going. If it's coming through loud and clear, I'm going to load up this match now and see what's going on. Make sure the microphone didn't swap over as well. Just give me a second. So we've got audio. The Osmo. So let me know if that's coming through a little bit clearer. Had some issues last week. And yeah, it just wasn't working great. So hopefully that comes through a bit clearer. But yeah, we should be able to save that and then get it going. We've got Bob Murphy giving a bit of a bit of a Brett Kirk moment here. But like Doggy's 100-year celebration, so so I mean it's all in good spirits. Hope they win. I kind of hope they win. I think Collingwood will win. Like, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I would like to see the Doggies win. I don't have a lot of high hopes for them this year, so yeah, for me it is probably going to be a Collingwood win, but Doggies could do it. They've got like a reasonable lineup. Yeah, a few injuries, but strong lineup. I like Buku Kamis. I would have liked to see Buslinger, but I'm a fan of Buku Kamis. I think he's a reasonable player. Let us know if you think I'm wrong, because he's not on the side all the time, right? So maybe he's not rated by people like I'm rated. But I like Buku. I think he's a reasonable player. I don't know if he's a full tall. I think Buslinger could actually be that sort of role, but I like him. And I think it'll be all right against Collingwood. I believe they have a few outs today. I should be double checking that stuff before I jump on, but we'll do it now. So let's double check things. Eyes out to spoil the Dogs party. Let's see. Outs, no late changes. All right, cool. To go is in for the Pies, replacing Sullivan, while Mason Cox is in for Brody Marchek. So yeah, I thought one of the talls might be out. But I mean, the Doggies don't have many tall defenders. So of all the weeks to kind of have your tall defenders out of the situation, not the worst one, hey. I got some pasta here. Now, I'm going to be a little bit gross and eat them. Channel 7 is fairly biased, man. I'm on KO for tonight with watching these ones. But I kind of like the bias, to be honest. Like, it creates some... Like, you see people like McClure or whatever. He's got some, like, really wild takes. But, like, unless you hear those wild takes, there's going to be somebody in, like, the wider world that's saying that sort of stuff. And when like a media personality says something stupid, you kind of get to snuff out a whole discussion because like anybody that believed the same thing is just gonna kind of stop with their sort of pushing of ideas. But yeah, Digsby, I agree. They're pretty biased. I don't hate it though. I kind of actually like Corns a little bit as a commentator. I don't like it. It's only been a little bit of time, so he could like get old very quick. But I don't mind him. Might be alone there, to be honest. I could easily be alone. That'd make sense to me. But yeah, tonight's Fox Footy. But Fox Footy's got some interesting ones themselves. They went hard on the commentary team this year, so to make up for their kind of, I don't love their scoreboard, but yeah, to make up for the kind of scoreboard, they've got a reasonable commentary team. Matt Hill's on the team, and he's one of the best we've had in a while. So I'm pretty happy when I get to listen to him. Like I'll put up with some shocking scoreboards. What do you guys think? Is Matt Hill the best in the industry? I reckon it pretty clearly. In Fiji, unfortunately, mate, I'm not going to be showing the game. It's illegal for me to do that, so I get my stream taken down, man. So if you want to, there's options out there. I'm not going to discuss them, but I believe Reddit probably the place to look for those options. But to be honest with you, man, I haven't looked in a couple of years. I did see people were pretty angry that they couldn't see things themselves in other countries. Um, so yeah, I mean, there might be some options there. Australians are pretty annoyed about no Saturdays, but yeah, if you're happy to listen as well, mate, I'm going to be calling things. I don't go for either sides here. I'm a Saints man, but yeah, essentially, it should mean I don't just pull my hair out and like frustratingly stop talking for like 5 minutes or so. So we keep on top of things for you. Yeah, we've got the doggies running out of the banner. We've got Karmas in, Baker in, Cleary and O'Donnell out with concussion and jaw problems. And it's about 13 minutes to the bounce. So if you are watching along, I might be a little bit behind you with a delay. So I'll let you know when the bounce happens. You can sync it up if you'd like. You don't have to. It's not the end of the world. But Libba is going to be leading the team tonight. He's the captain. No Bont. Libba's a gun, though. The only problem that Libba has is he's getting older. He's taken quite a few knocks. And it's, as games pass and whatnot, those sort of, they could happen again. So at the end of the day, amazing player, but he needs that help back soon. And this could be a night where Collingwood continue the domination that they did last week. I kind of hope not. I kind of hope not. But they could. They could. It's the 100-year anniversary for the Dogs. Last time they met, Footscray defeated Collingwood by 18 points in round 12, 2024 last year. It seems like it might not be the case, in my opinion, but I want to see an upset. I'm going to be probably getting behind the Dogs the more and more the game goes on. And yeah, I think you should too. They're an underdog here. Now, apologies, I am going to be eating some pasta. I haven't got a chance to eat dinner yet. So my bad. But I'll try not to chew in front of you with like a mouth opener or anything like that. Okay. Getting close. Bit over 11 minutes left. Umpires are in the centre, giving their bouncers a crack. They're getting ready as well. Get your things ready. It's going to happen soon. Eamon, so you're from Fiji, mate. If you're still in the chat, what made you find Aussie football? I think it's a bit more rugby heartland out there from memory. Collingwood's walking out now. They're looking pretty pumped after last week, and why wouldn't you be? Yeah, Damon, if you're still in the chat, let us know how you found Aussie football, how you found myself, that sort of thing. Who you go for as well. It's not often you see Fijians enjoying the Aussie rules. Do you know there's a bit of like a Pacific Island sort of teams. I'm not sure if Fiji's got its own specific team, but I have seen representation from that sort of area in the international matches between countries. So if you're ever looking, there is definitely some AFL options in Fiji. So have a look around. There might be something close to you. I'm guessing not tons of options, but there might be, and you might be able to play a little bit if you're interested, mate. So keep an eye out there. We've got just under 10 minutes left till the game. We've got DeGoey and Cox in for Myercheck and O'Sullivan. Soreness from Myercheck. O'Sullivan was omitted from last week's efforts. I mean, I'm surprised they omitted anybody. The demolishment like that. But it's getting very close now. 9.5 minutes. Grab your things. And we're going to hopefully see an upset tonight. It's been pretty one-way football this the first round and even someone in round 0 as well. So it'd be good to see a bit of an upset here. Be good to kind of get those options. I think if we're going to see a win from the Doggies, it's not just going to be the centre that has to win it. I think realistically they need to win run off defence. Collingwood's not the greatest at chasing and tackling and putting pressure on and those sort of things. So if they can start getting some intercept marks, I reckon the Bulldogs are in with a good shot here. I do think Collingwood looked good last week though. So with those injuries, they need to be on for mine. But it should be a good match. We're at the ad break now. We've hopefully only got 1 or 2 left. And then the match starts. I'm thinking about grabbing some water. So I might put a be right back on you. Get your things ready as well. We are not going to be far from this game. We've got less than 5 minutes. Oh, we've got a little bit more than 5 minutes. We might have to deal with another ad break. But go grab some things. I'm going to be right back, everybody. And yeah, let us know if you've got any wild takes for tonight, because I think it'll be pretty close. I think it'll be closer than some might, but I do think the Doggies might have a challenge on their hands. So if you've got any sort of interesting takes, chuck them in the chat. I'm going to go grab some water, and I will be right back. I will talk to you soon. Oh, press that. We're back. Yeah, let's see. Anybody got any interesting takes on tonight? Any left field thoughts on what we might see? The Doggies are going to need some goal kickers, right? Who do we think is going to kick a few goals for them? Let's double check the lineup for everything. See if I can pull that up. Jeez, this is what the hell is. Sorry, give me a second. Oh, I'll pull this up for everybody to see as well. So we have got the lineups here. I'll present it to you guys so you can see if you haven't. Share screen. We can go AFL fixtures. I'm going to share that thing. All right, cool. Now this is the lineup for the match. I might even zoom out a little bit, and then there we go. That looks a little bit closer to right. We might even do it one more. There we go. All right, so a little bit hard to see some of the names, but at least they're kind of all in the right positions now. We've got Sam Darcy up forward with Aaron Norton. Otherwise, third tall probably looking Kennedy or Harms maybe. He's a little higher than his actual height. Defensively, we've got Lob, Thomas, and probably Freya. Uh, Collingwood's going to have Reef McInnes, Darcy Moore, and Jeremy Howe as their kind of defensive tools. I'm not sure that they can take Darcy and Norton if they get off the chain. So that's going to be the big question here for the Dogs. Can they actually do that? And one thing I had a problem with last time was the high def and streaming. So give me a second to change things. Where's the settings? All right, so we're just going to go SD tonight. There might be moments where I can't quite see the right place. So I cannot share that time, but quite important that I don't do that. All right, cool. So it should be a reasonable game tonight, guys. I think it'll be closer than the Collingwood match last week. I still don't think the Pies lose, but crazier things have happened. You don't normally win by 90 odd and then lose, but it's a close season. I mean, it appears like it will be a close season. I think you're probably looking at a 13, maybe even 14 win requirement this year to get in the 8. So at this point, it's Collingwood with their third match. They need to get their second here. They don't want to drop another one by accident. And the Doggies, they've got injuries. Can they kind of shake the expectations and really kind of lift? And it's going to be the youngsters. It's going to be Sam Darcy. It's going to be who else will it might be? It might even be somebody younger like Riley Sanders in the middle. So it'll be an interesting match. We've got 3 minutes 40 odd left to the start of it. Grab your things, grab your water, grab your food. If you haven't got it already, not long till. Jump on KO, jump on 7 if you prefer that sport visual thing. I tend to, but I need to watch it live, right? So I'm gonna do this on my computer. We got KO. If you got any interesting takes for tonight, let us know in the chat. Got a bit over 3 minutes, 3 minutes 10 left. I'm probably a bit behind you, so I'll let you know when the bounce happens. Feel free to line it up with me. You don't have to though. Not the end of the world. 3 minutes to go. Grab your things. We've got people going through their last little warm-ups here. It doesn't look like there's any last-minute changes from memory. I'll just double-check that. I'm going to stop sharing for a second. Double-check any last-minute changes. I don't think there is any. We've got Oscar Baker as the sub and Ned Long as the other. No last-minute changes. Get ready, guys. It's going to be it tonight. So I'm going to hide this. We are back. There is no Langford hamstring from last week, so that's good. I've updated these little things. Good. We've got pretty much everything ready, guys. Hope you've got everything ready. 2 minutes 15 left. Not long to go. People are walking in. We've got Libba walking in for the toss of the coin. There we go. Nearly said something wrong on YouTube. Against Darcy Moore. See who wins. We'll see who wins. Do you guys believe in the whole winning the toss situation? I think a lot of Collingwood fans do. I think that's one of their things. All right. 1 minute 30. They are tossing the coin in the air. And the winner is Libba. I think he's going to the punt road. He's going to the right of screen. Bit over a minute left. Get your things. Come on in, say hello. We've got somebody from Fiji, if they're still in the chat. So let us know where you're from, how you found us, that sort of thing. The first siren's gone. We're down to less than a minute. There's 50 seconds. Be ready. I'm glad I don't have to take note. If there's people that have found me from the Saints TV video, welcome. We don't do crazy sort of production on the lives. We just sit down, we watch it, we chat about things. I will do the Saints as well. The Saints, I do kind of take a fair few more notes to kind of get across what I need for those videos as well. But I've kind of always done that a little bit, so it'll be good if you want to join for tomorrow too. We've got 20 seconds left. People are in positions. Get ready because it's about to bounce. Now, I do have some food here. I'll try not to chew into the mic. It's a bit away from me. And I'll try not to chew with my mouth open. So get ready. It's about to happen. I'll let you know when the bounce happens before I eat. Give me a second. All right. And the bounce will happen in 3, 2, 1. And it's gone Collingwood's way pretty far, but Footscray gets the centre clearance. They've gone deep. Can Darcy Moore get it? He has. And he's brought down. That's holding. Darcy Moore got a holding the ball. And Sam Darcy is going to take a shot 15, 20 metres out on a slight angle. I don't know if there was, I miss the days when we knew what prior opportunity was, right? Like this is pretty ridiculous. Digsby, I can be honest, that was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. Sam Darcy slotted it through. Footscray's going by Footscray tonight, not Western Bulldogs. So we get to see the Foo versus the Cole. It's like the Foo Fighters, man. It's like their team. I wonder if we've got Dave Grohl on the bench. Otherwise, that was ridiculous. I think they're arguing about whether Darcy Moore's arm was free for that. I don't think it really got any freedom there. Yeah, that was locked up pretty quick. Yeah, that arm's taken before he's gone to ground. That's fairly ridiculous. All right, Collingwood fans, you might be in for a tougher night. We've got another clearance from Ed Richards. It's at half forward. We've got Vandermeer. I didn't think he was playing still, to be honest with you. I haven't watched Doggies a ton. Got a bit jealous after they won before the Saints, and it's just hard to watch them these days. They're still good. Collingwood's going down the wing. They got a mark from De Goey a little bit further out than half forward. He goes deep. It's a 2-on-2. Elliott and Membry, and it goes over the line. What do I think of Tim English? Honestly, the last couple of years he hasn't been great. He's not bad. He doesn't lose a ton, but he just doesn't seem to help win contests in terms of when he, after the tap, actually tapping it down to people that might be helpful more often. It is very congested right in front of Collingwood's. It's kicked out. It's going to still be a free to Darcy Cameron at the 50-meter line. Collingwood's going to get another entry opportunity. Yeah, I don't think English has really been up to his standards of a few years ago. I would be tempted if he wants to go to Western Australia to send him to Freo, pick up Luke Jackson, to be honest. Make that play. He doesn't seem to be super above average. Travis first. I'm not sure what I'm missing there. I'm sure there's relevance that makes sense, but I'm missing it. I'm definitely a bit slow sometimes. It's meters in front of Collingwood's goal, and the Doggies have turned it over. They have not. It's another free to the Doggies on the last meter. It is a high against crisp to the youngster Davidson, and he is going deep out of the defense, finds a few dogs free. They've tried to play on. That's a sling tackle. That's going to be free. Yeah. Freo doing Freo thing. Salute Jackson for Tim English when Darcy Jackson has. Yeah. I mean, it just seems like that. Like it seems like it could be a thing, like they want something back if they're going to lose Jackson. And then, like, at a minimum, it's got to be Pickett. So I think maybe if you give them another ruckman because they really want to play two, maybe they take that. It's on the wing, by the way. I am trying to call this. There's somebody in Fiji that doesn't get the opportunity to actually watch this, so I'll try and call it a little bit more. It's on the wing. It's being contested. Collingwood's knocking it forward, but with no ease whatsoever. Dacos out the back. Low ball along the line towards Collingwood's 50, and it's going to be a throw-in. Reef McGuinness injured, potentially. Reef McGuinness can't put any weight on his right ankle. The angle. Yeah, not that. But he's in some trouble. He's going down the race. We'll see what happens here. Just nobody took Libba at all. Got a clear stoppage out, but the bomb kick was to no one, and it's marked by Maynard on the wing. Maynard could be leaving this year. I don't know. He would be good at the Roos. I don't want to see him go to the Roos because I think they might get better than the Saints quicker than we. They might get better than we do. I really rate him, but where do you think he'd be best? If he were to try and get another opportunity for a flag as soon as he kind of changed sides, somebody with a bit of opportunity. Free kick Bulldogs, yeah, it's been a bit rubbish. Rosebery is a bit of a. I'm not going to say it. I don't want to ever get on somebody in the industry's bad side, so I'm just going to avoid those clip opportunities. Pies go deep forward. It is smashed over the line by Lobb, who has dyed his hair blue. I mean, he's an odd fella. Reef McInnes injury getting shown a couple times there. It's hard to see what happened. It was an ankle supposedly, but I didn't see a ton there. It looks like it's going to be a rebound 50 to the Dogs. Before it was quickly tackled, Dacos gets it. He gets it forward. Houston, big handball out. Crisp tries to steady it up in the middle. The Doggies get it. They're going to rebound through Fraser. If he oh, Jesus. Not the best kick, but considering it was 1-on-3, that young doggy did a good job. Collingwood is pretty much on top here, but it's just not hitting the scoreboard. We've got to throw in on the far 50 for them. It ends up in a stoppage clearance for the Dogs. They're going to march forward. They've got some room. Richards to Dolan. Dolan goes into the half-forward flank. Norton hand passes over the top. It's going to be Matt Kennedy. He takes a shot. Hits the post. Collingwood was lucky there. They got off on that one. I've got a bit of food here. Make sure you grab your snacks, your drinks, that sort of thing. I'm not going to eat with my mouth open in front of you, though. So there's going to be moments where I'm just not saying things. More with a big kick in. Nobody gets to it. It goes over the line. It's going to be a throw in pretty much in the center of the wing. Big throw in. Timmy English taps it down, but it's not able to be picked up. It does end up in a clearance that goes straight over the line, and Collingwood's going to get a free kick to Isaac Quainer on their half-back flank, right on the boundary. He goes long down the line. Top in the side. Is that not a mark? Apparently not. Collingwood's had a bit of a rough one so far. It's thrown straight back up. Oh, to go, he gets it out. It's gone. They're gone. No, they're not. Is that Ned Long? Is he on already? Double check numbers. Looks like Ned Long's on already. That must mean McInnes is done for the evening. Darcy marks it over Cox and two other guys. He finds somebody center. They're going to run. They've got overlaps. Can they take advantage of it? As best as you can. They go deep to Norton. Norton's found the ball. Can we get a goal out of this? It's another poster. Fraser hit the post with a snap over his shoulder. Collingwood's getting turned over pretty bad. So essentially, the second the sort of rebound is on, ooh, this is going to be a shot. And it's a simple mark inside 50 to the Dogs. That was a great cutoff. Buku Kamas, a player I mentioned at the start of this before the match. I love him. He's quick. He's ready to get in there, get his hands dirty. He'll take it on. He left his man for that. Not bad. Not bad at all. Riley West is another one that I do like. He centered that up for this shot. McNeil gets it. Good on him. Doggies are putting up a fight. No, I didn't think they'd kind of come out and really start to dominate the scoreboard, but 2-2-14 to 0-0-0 to Collingwood. We might get one of those banners going with one of the scores. So let me get that organised for you guys. I'm trying not to spill my pasta everywhere. There we go. All right. So we got 2-2-14. The Doggies are leading pretty comfortably at the moment. Not something I really expected. I mean, I've been saying since the start of this, I really think it'd take a fair effort from the Dogs to get over the top. And so far, they've brought that effort. Mason Cox into the ruck. What can we see? It doesn't do much against Darcy, but Darcy doesn't actually get it out to anybody. It's going to be another jump. Oh. Reef McInnes's knee. That's no good. Cox gets the clearance. Oh, it's a push in the back to lob from McStay. Is this going to get cut off? No. Ed Richards takes a good mark with the flight. I'm going to be on. I think Ed Richards is probably the best player on the Dogs right now. I think probably Bont's better than Ed Richards. Don't get me wrong. But with the injuries that they have, Richard hasn't gotten the opportunities he probably would have wanted. He showed some things last year that I didn't think he had. And I think he can keep doing it. I've got belief in him now. 11 minutes left. Doggies are going to take their fifth shot. They've got it. Is it? I mean, it's very early in the night. Let's hold these sort of thoughts to a degree. I'm going to let you mull over this one. Feel free to jump in and tell me I'm wrong. What sort of year are we going to get from Pies? because they were insane last week. But tonight, it's just not come out with the same sort of level of pressure to begin with. They probably not a ton off of it, but it's not been the same to start. Now they've got a better opponent. Freddie, I'm not going to touch on that one, mate. That can be your opinion. That is fine. Um, but yeah, in terms of Collingwood, what year are we actually going to see from them? Are they going to just be bullies? Are they going to dominate teams that aren't going to be anywhere near it and then struggle against decent teams? Is that the year we're in for? It's a very early call. Don't get me wrong. But they slaughtered Port last week, and the Dogs have just got it straight out of the centre. Ed Richards is going to get another shot off. He missed, but that was dangerous. I think we're at the point of considering that. I mean, it's not as if Collingwood's going to be a bad side, but if they just don't score for this quarter, and the Dogs keep kind of there's about half the quarter left. If the Dogs were to walk in at quarter time, 42-0, we have to start thinking about it, right? Is that really a mark? That felt like it had to be a free. Darcy finds Norton inside 50. There's going to be another shot. Are they going to be another Essendon? I don't think they're going to be Essendon. And I'm going to pull this one up on screen so we can have a quick chat about it. I do wonder how good Essendon can be this year. I think we might have already seen their peak, which the year's just going to get tougher. There's going to be injuries. Their kids are playing pretty well so far. How much better can they play with another 10, 15 games under their belt? I don't think it's a ton. Now, this shot has been knocked over the line. It is just another point to the Dogs. They probably got shafted there a little bit, but it is 3 for 22 to the Pies without a score on the board. It's a very odd start. But in terms of Essendon, I wanted to keep on this topic for a second. Pies are running it out. They are going deep into the half-forward flank, but it's a very contested area. It's going to be a jump ball. In terms of Essendon, they are somebody that I think is going to be pretty close to the bottom this year. I think it's kind of a year where people that have had injuries in the past are very likely to have injuries again. They're not getting younger, particularly. I mean, their leaders aren't. I think Caldwell, Durham, they've got a lot of potential to be really good players and are fairly young and can be worked with. But outside of that, there's a lot of injuries to some of their most experienced and elder statesmen, and I worry that it's going to end up in a bottom four side. I've picked them to come second last. Just think that injuries get them. Around last year, or a couple of years ago, where they were beating up on bad sides at the top of the ladder. Yeah, look, fairly good point. Apologies, I misunderstood what you were saying. I think you pretty much bang on the money then. Yeah, I think you're right. What do we got, Freddie? This one might. No, we're not going to go with that one. Sorry, I just don't worry. The Pies will win over 6 goals. Got money on it. Celebrate at Crown with your international friends. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, celebrate at Crown, mate. Fair enough. I do think you need to win it first, brother. It is Collingwood inside 50 now. They've managed to find an opportunity for a mark, but it gets cut off by Duray. The sort of last kick or so inside 50 is what's letting Collingwood down. Jeez, that's a dangerous kick out of 50, but they hit it. That was a good kick from the Dogs. I'll give them that. I really did think, wow, they're finding a lot of 25-meter kicks to space. They're moving it across the other side of the ground. They are going to find another target here further down, about 40 meters, 50 meters. It's going to be a contest. Howe gets a fist up, gets it down to Quainer, who finds the free man. We've got Lipinski trying to find somebody. He gets Dacos. Dacos barely takes it before he hand passes it on, and Collingwood are off. Can they find somebody, though? Lob is getting back. He's left his man. He knocks it over the line. What will the umpire say? He said that was on purpose. He's given Collingwood a shot to get it inside 50, and DeGoey has taken a mark on a tough angle. Back in the side for his first match this year. Can he get on the board? He's had a couple of disposals early. Let's double check where he's at before I make a fool of myself. But he's looked all right so far. Can he get them on the board, get a goal? He looks like he's going to do a banana. Whoop, and I saw it when I went to check on his disposals. It was just a behind. Fairly close. He wasn't too far off, but I mean, Collingwood just haven't had great opportunities at this point. It's in tough going. Dogs have played better than I expected them to. It's gone straight down the line from the Doggies, and it's masked by Collingwood on the wing. They're going to go central. Perryman was that big mark. He goes to Cameron. Cameron goes short to Dacos. He is going to go across the ground, Nick. He finds Quaynor. Quaynor delivers a bullet to the 50. Can Schultz get it? He can't, but he gets it back to DeGoey, who lines it up inside 50. There's a whistle. It's a downfield whistle to McStay. He's going to take a shot 15 meters out. I'm going to try and not jinx this, but I'm going to take a look at the scoreboard and it is a goal, because I was going to say it's going to be a goal. I was going to make that change in advance. My check's got it done. Collingwood's on the board. 3-4-22 to 1-1-7. 6 minutes 11 left in the first quarter. They're starting to find their feet, Collingwood. I think we can all kind of see that it's not as if this is game over, but they needed to do this. If they walked into the quarter time break without a shot fired at all, you start to wonder who they are. I've already put it out there. Are you going to be bullies to the easy beats, or are you going to be a contender? They need to get goals now, and they got there first. McStay on the board. Can we get one from memory? The former Saints. Do love members. It's back in the middle now. What are we going to get out of this jump ball? It's gone directly towards Collingwood's side, but it's ended up in Richard's hands. Can he do anything with it? He is stripped. Side bottom and Pendles go down with what looked to be a slight head clash. They both got up pretty quickly. Libba cuts off this congested passing, gets it straight inside 50, but it is a free to Howe. He's going long to Lipinski. He can't get it done. And it's over the line for a throw-in. Got Pendles rubbing his head. I think he got a bit of a bang. Yep, bit of a bang. Or it might have been the hit that he collided with afterwards. To be honest, I'm not sure if he actually hit side bottom. No, he didn't hit side bottom. He hit Libba's hip. It's probably worse, to be honest. I know side bottom's got a hard head, but Libba has got some hard hips. That is for sure. Josh Dacos was amazing. Got it straight out to Lipper. Lipper goes inboard. Schultz has gone further. Sidey's got it on the run. He's going to go inside 50. He's found a lead. Jamie Elliott has got it, and he's going to take an important shot for Collingwood. This simply has to go in. It's been a good match. It was really all Dogs until about the 10-minute mark. And the Pies have found a way to get back into it. They've chipped. They've tried to put on more pressure, and this is going to be their third shot. Can they get a goal out of it? Elliott sends it on its way. He misses. Unfortunate. The Pies are 1-2-8 to the Doggies 3-4-22. It's been a good match so far. Doggies go long down the line and hit Darcy. Darcy's amazing. Darcy goes inboard to the running man. And it's a big kick inside 50. No mark, big fly. It's going to be a tackle and it's going to be a jump ball. I think Darcy's going down to take this. He is. English taps it down. And Lipinski gets out to DeGoey. DeGoey finds a player who goes longer down the line to Cox. Cox is going to take a big. No, he's not. Doesn't quite. It gets to ground. Can the Dogs do something here? They have got the ball. Are they going to get out? They have gotten out. It's long down the line to the wing, but it's intercepted again. Can Collingwood do anything with this? Sorry, the Doggies have just done it again, and a lot of pressure here. They're going inboard to nobody in particular. They're pretty slow. There's a big tackle. Surely that's a free. All right. We've got a question here. You'll know a lot about this, hopefully. It's fresh off your mind, but regarding Tex, do you think Nick plays his cards well, or Tex could have started on the bench? I actually think your forward line reminds me a lot of the Saints during what I think would have been the best era for St Kilda forward. Reminds me a lot of Garrick, Rewalt, and Kaczynski back in those sort of days. Collingwood taking a shot, but it is a point. I think you generally can use Tex in a lot of ways. He's a lot more mobile than Garrick was in those sort of times. Your forwards are sort of stronger in the contest as well than those sort of times. So I really do think you've got one of the best forward lines in the league. And Tex is in a lot of regards a bonus. I think Corns has kind of nailed it in the sense that he's probably not needed in a lot of regards. But to have him is awesome. Now, would I put him on the bench, or would I put him, potentially in defence, or give him time off out of the A's? Probably not. I think he's in a reasonable spot to make as much influence as is required from having a third tall without it being difficult to do so. I think your other two tools are very strong. We've got a mark here to Lockie Schultz directly in front of goal. I'm going to bring down the banner as well because I'm actually behind in that. I've tipped the Crows to win it this year. I'm not sure if you saw my preseason prediction, but I've got you coming second in the end of season ladder and then winning it postseason. That's my thought process. Schultz gets it. And Pies are back in this. It's not over. 3-4-22 to the Pies. 2-2-14. 1 minute, 9 seconds left. 15. What am I talking about? Pies have got an extra point. The one that I forgot to add a second ago. Ooh, pressing all the wrong buttons. And there we go. So we got that all correct now. Yeah, I think Adelaide's got a real shot of going deep. You're a Hawks man. I do. Honestly, I think I put you fourth from memory. But I've basically got you edge of top four. And you're looking closer and closer to making that pretty second or third sort of position. But it's frustrating, to be honest. Like, I'm a Saints fan. God damn, I've watched Hawthorn be successful since I was like a teenager, a young teenager. Straight out of the middle, McCreary with a big kick. Is it going to do anything? No. it's over for a point. It's kind of frustrating seeing Hawks be so good again. Like, god damn, Saints are just shocking at putting together a competitive side. And you guys do it every couple of years. I actually I'll ask you as well. I liked the brown and brown Guernsey. What do you think of the Hawthorn brown and brown? I think it was pretty sleek. We don't have any other brown sides. So you may as well lean into it. Collingwood goes deep. It is over the line. It's going to be a throw-in. All right. We've got 30 seconds, 29 seconds left. Can the Pies get a snap out quick enough to level it? McCreary's got it. He's going to snap it. Try and find somebody. Top of the square. Can they get onto it? Schultz with a big tackle. That's round the neck. That wasn't round the neck. Yeah, I mean, honestly, English has been hit and miss for a while. I've had him in my Supercoach team every year till this year. Just because I don't trust him anymore. Like it was a solid year last year of him just giving me headaches. And he'd started doing it the year before that, in my opinion. We've gone to quarter time. It is 3 for 22 to the Doggies, to the Pies, 2 for 16. Good start. Good start. Well, interesting little graphic situation from the Dogs and Pies here. To be honest, I don't love a lot of the new graphics from Fox Footy. I like the commentary team. I don't know if I like any of their other off-season changes, like at all. They're not bad, but they're not great. Umpiring this season hasn't been the best. I'll agree with that. 20-meter kicks called, play on. 15-meter kicks not given. I completely agree with you. Collingwood's had a fair few tonight that have been shocking. Honestly, it's been kind of across the league. At this point, I'm completely full of those chips in the ball. I want it. I want a surety with what happens. I'm sick of umpires guessing. We're going to have a lot of them guessing. So let's get rid of those 15-meter guesses. Let's get rid of those arc review situations. We should know it straight away with these new chip things. So let's get them in the footy. We tried it out in AFLW. Why did we not at least see it in the preseason? It's a frustration for mine. Yeah, look, I know it's been a reasonable road for you. I get that, but I don't think it really ended in 2016 for you. That was the last year you guys did quite well, and I think you won it that year. I don't think you lost the grand final. So I think you got a couple more years of good out of that before it kind of fell apart entirely. I'll be honest with you. I should remember when that was exactly because I played the Hawthorn grand final as after party for their three-peat. I think that was 2016. I think you're right. So I think that was their last year. But yeah, man. 26, I swear. Hang on. Oh yeah, that was Doggies. You're right. Must have been 15. When did you win your last good one? Sorry, I'm gonna have to look up this photo because I can't actually remember when this was. Quite some years ago now. It was like when I first started DJing. I remember being like, I shouldn't be getting this gig. Like it was an odd decision on their behalf. But I had a lot of fun. It was a good night. When was that? You're right. Doggies was 2016. You guys were, if I can find it, on Facebook. It's been a long time since I was on Facebook. So I've got to find Maloney. We'll put that up one day. We'll put that up on the socials one day. Oh, jeez. 2015. I think you're right. I think it was the year before. Well, you would be right. You know your team. Um, but yeah, that was a pretty crazy night. Um, got to play it with a good friend that has moved down to Frankston these days. So I don't get to see him enough. Got to make a trip. Otherwise, what are we thinking tonight? I'm thinking we're going to go pretty long time into this match before we got any real clue. It's been really even since the first 10 minutes was all doggies, and since then it's pretty much been all pies. Now the pies probably haven't been as good, but I mean they looked amazing last week. I mean I don't disagree with you. If I could avoid Frankston, I will. You can't always avoid Frankston, unfortunately. Oh, I just got. Um, yeah, can't always avoid Frankston. Sometimes you got to do it. They got a nice beach, so that's a thing. I think we've got a really good first quarter. It's been really 50-50. The Pies haven't capitalised on their time in front, that second 10-minute period. Not as much as the Doggies. Reef McGuinness, they're showing the replay of his injury. That is a knee injury of some description. You'll go to Altona. Yeah, look, fair. Like, you won't catch me at the Pines, bro. Like, I'm not going to the Pines, but, like, I'll go to Frankston Beach. That's acceptable. Honestly, like, I'd prefer to keep going and, like, get down to Portsea or something, play Gary, that sort of thing. So they've broken. We're about to start the second quarter here. Make sure you got your bits and pieces. We got our water here. We got a little bit of pasta, which is slowly getting colder. So I'm going to start eating that a little bit more. I will again try not to discuss you with weird sounds or letting you see me chew. We've got a bit of replays going on here. Very, very difficult to see what will happen here. I don't think we will know anything until sort of the third quarter. And I think we see a Collingwood lead by about 15, 20 points by that stage. We'll see. Ball's about to bounce. I'm going to have a bite, and I'll let you know when it does. First siren has gone. Oh, Pendles has gone down the race. Might be from that hit. Might be a concussion check. The ball has bounced to start the second quarter. Let's get it going. Collingwood's got the tap out. It's ended in DeGoey. Big mark from Elliott. Massive mark. I like Rory Sloan. I'm not watching 7, unfortunately, so I haven't seen who they've got tonight. Some players I don't mind. Some of them, I wonder if they like. To be honest, some of them I wonder how they played as many games as they did. Jamie Elliott smashes that through for another goal. Collingwood's on it. They've equaled the scores. I think we see a bit of a tussle this quarter. Should be a good one. I think having the expert commentators, though, if they actually do a good job, it's great. The problem with the expert commentators that I find is they're signed for like a whole season. So they're expected to be on every second, third week, where they just might not have an expertise in every second week, third week. Maybe they're quite good at their club, but maybe not the AFL as a whole. So I think it's got to be a bit more situational. I'd prefer it if they got given like a different sort of contract structuring, so that we didn't get these sort of people talking about nothing in a lot of regards. Though who am I to say that? I often talk about nothing. Harms is getting it out straight away. Davidson through his legs. He's tossed. Oh, he's coughed it up. Collingwood straight back in. Jamie Elliott doesn't get the mark this time. Is it going to be Yeah, it's going to be a bounce. Man, I wish Elliot would have gone to the Hawks a few years ago. Honestly, mate, I just wish half the team wasn't in Collingwood's team. Like they're good. Frustrating. I wish Degoe came to the Saints when that was being discussed. Heck, I wish we could have gotten like Norton instead of Caulfield or whatever. And we ended up letting Caulfield go to the doggies for nothing. Um, Ned Long going long inside 50 to Bobby Hill. That's an easy mark. Who was on him? That was too simple. Way too simple. Yeah. I mean, I think a fair few people were linked to Bobby. I think we got linked to him due to Brad, but I don't think there was ever much really going on there. I think a lot of the things we get are like the kind of the dregs of like the big stories. Um, Big goal to Bobby Hill. Collingwood's in front. More like what I expected to see from the start of this match. Pies have dominated this quarter. I don't even know if the doggies have gotten a proper disposal. Oh, they've got a couple through harms, but not much. Yeah, I mean, I think we're at the stage where just be nice to see certain sides kind of not being as good. Love to see Geelong just stop being good. It makes it'd be nice this week specifically if they could just be shocking. Um, who's your player that played for the Dockers beforehand? Who's the player that played for the Dockers? Because I know we were linked to him as well. Player from the Dockers. Oh, Luke Jackson. Yeah, I think you were linked to Luke Jackson. I don't think there were a ton of teams linked to Jackson. But I think he comes back to Victoria. There's a lot like where there's smoke, there's fire. We have got a big kick inside 50 to the doggies from Richards, but it's no mark. It's ended up in Davidson's hand. He snapped it to no one, and it's straight in Darcy's hands. No, the Saints play now. Bradley Hill. Yeah, of course. Yeah, he was at your he was on your side originally. He won like what, 2 grannies with you? So, I mean, no surprise he would have been pretty heavily talking to Hawthorn. I think we just offered him stupid money for the time, which there's probably been years where he's not him. Saints player now that was a Freo player. Oh, Liam Henry. If you say it's not Liam Henry, bro, I swear to God. Yeah, okay. I think you were also looking at Liam Henry. Amon was one we were both in discussion from as well. His mum works at the club. He works at St Kilda. Or at least she used to. I don't think she does. What do I think of Liam Henry? He's been great when he's been on the park. He's struggled to stay on the park. 50-50 on that. He struggled to stay on the park, which is like the frustrating part because when he's been available and no sort of injury cloud on him, he's looked good. I really was hoping he'd be in this week. Jeez, Richards looks great. He does bomb it straight to Darcy Moore, though, to be fair. I like Liam Henry a lot. I just really wish he could stay on the park. I think we traded a fair pick for him. We got like pick somewhere in the early seconds, I think. And then I think we gave something on top of that as well. But yeah, I think that was a fairly like reasonable trade in what he was, worth at the time, the potentially shown, what we've got in return since. Doggies are going deep. Well, they've pulled up short. Libba's gone to Vanderberg, who's going deep. And it's straight to Richards. Richards has been a gun today. Absolute gun. I'm gonna have a banner change in a second, so I'm gonna put that down. Yeah, I love him. I loved you guys last night. As much as I hate watching Battle on your side, your defense is just ridiculous. It's so frustrating because God, we just really needed one more to like complement Battle and Wilkie because Dukes is hit and miss, and sometimes like compliments, sometimes doesn't. But yeah, that's what really frustrated me about losing Battle. It felt like we were so close to getting a really defensive lineup, and we weren't bad to begin with. But I felt like we just needed to get Keeler or Schoenmaker or somebody to work last year, and maybe we could have convinced Battle that it was possible to stay on with St Kilda and get some success. I think the back half of the season last year helped either way. We started playing better. Yeah, that Kelly trade is a pretty shocker. I mean, to be honest, I reckon the Western Australian teams either only do shocking trades or only do amazing trades. Um, like I didn't want to say anything bad when I talked with Jesse for True Footy. We did a video a little while back, like last year. And I remember just thinking, like, thank God they got a player they wanted in the end. Because like I was kind of sitting there going, geez, I could tear into the Eagles. It was a pretty shocking trade for what they did. And then, yeah, Darcy's 3 goals already. He could just dominate this. The tall defenders from Collingwood just aren't. They're not going to be able to handle him. Norton maybe, yeah, but not Darcy. Yeah, this is looking like a good match. I'm pretty impressed with what I'm seeing so far. Happy with pretty much everybody I'm seeing. It's unfortunate for the injury early to the Pies. Double check the scores actually. But really good. I've got 100% whether I'm going to the Saints match tomorrow or not, because I've been on the fence for a little while now. What do you think? Do I go to the Saints match tomorrow? I'm thinking I'll probably catch up with like Jake and stuff if we do. But at the same time, I haven't asked any of my other mates if they're going. Oh, doggies are going to get another shot. Too short. Oh, what? This is hectic. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was too close. Yeah, I tuned in a little bit to their show last night. I was just like kind of watching the footy and doing dishes, so it was kind of in the background to be honest. But yeah, just kind of had them on the background. I heard a little bit about that, like pretty much before I completely tuned out. Oh, free kick to Josh, lucky. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you can really put Waterman in the same league as Larky, and I'm surprised because from memory, Dylan said he didn't rate Larky that much, which surprised me. I could be remembering this all wrong, but yeah, it was something that took me by surprise. If not, I've managed to like just dream this because doing a lot of extra footy stuff, and you'd be surprised things that you just imagine. You'd be surprised. Yeah. Okay. Good. But yeah, honestly, there's things that like because I've spent like a whole extra nights like working on things sometimes, and I'll wake up sometimes and I'll go, I can't remember if I did that in my dream or if I did that in like reality, and I need to go check the computer to like see what I did. Just working too late, getting up, having like bugger all sleep and surviving off coffee, and you don't always turn on straight away. Big snap around the corner. We'll try and get back to footy a little bit. 35-28. I should actually update the banner. I wasn't sure if the Dogs had gotten that extra goal, and they had. Just yabbering away. All right. Collingwood free, high contact. It's going to play on. They found Lipinski free in the centre. He's going to honour in a lead from Elliott. Elliott's just outside 50 on the far side. And he centres it up a little bit to Houston. Houston can probably make this distance. I reckon he's going to give it a crack. We can get this banner ready again. Are we going to see a level match again? Whoa. He's got it. Five goals, 5 to 5 goals, 4. 35-34. Great match so far. But yeah, I mean, personally, coming back to Waterman and Larky, last year was Waterman's first year where he was like really good. Like before that, he'd shown like games where he was good, but he hadn't put together strings of matches where he kicked quite a few. Larky's been doing it for a while. Yeah. I mean, Port was shocking. Like to the point in which like St Kilda lost to that, and it's embarrassing. Like I understand it was a preseason match, thankfully, but yeah, we were shocking against Port, and they were one of the worst teams I've seen in a while against Collingwood. So it really makes you wonder where we're at. It makes me scared to go to matches, to be honest, because I can handle being at home and having a little bit of an annoyance and all that sort of jazz. But when we get belted and I'm at the game, I'm just so annoyed that I went. Like it's a bad thing because I feel like it's a St Kilda mentality from some of our fans, and we gotta show up, show support. But sometimes it's tough. Sometimes it is tough. I got to figure it out if I am young though. Yeah, yeah, you can't really smile with the whole Houston and shaking hands and that sort of jazz. Like not when you're that badly smashed. Um, I feel like you got to do the old head down, walk off, do the dog tail between your legs situation. Um, yeah, this is something I've wanted to like have discussions about with like Tassie coming into the league, and you can use the last 2 entries of teams as a pretty good idea of what's going to happen. Like, and that's not just like what sort of concessions are Tassie going to get, but what does that mean for the league as a whole? And I think we have a huge reduction in competition-wide competitiveness. It happened last time. Teams that needed to rebuild just couldn't. Teams that were on the top, they stayed up there longer. They got their opportunity to kind of create dynasties. The only team that really kind of created a dynasty out of that sort of time frame to a degree was Richmond, and they kind of lucked out at it, to be honest. They also targeted players from those teams. So I think if Tassie comes into the league, maybe Cairns, wherever, it's going to be a fair few years where the top teams stay the top teams before it kind of levels out again. That's my thought process, at least. Could be very wrong. Actually, I need to do a bit of math on that. That is something I wanted to look into more. Tough the reason I haven't discussed it in any depth. But I think you can manipulate the league when Tassie comes in. I think it's very possible. There's about 10 minutes left in this second half. 2-point lead to the Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters being the Dogs, that is. They've got 3 letters. It's Foo for Footscray, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's where my head's at. 3 to the Doggies. Gonna have another shot. I haven't actually had a proper look over it. I skimmed over it. I saw like a couple of posts about it, and I was like, oh yeah, fair enough. That kind of makes sense. And then I haven't actually looked at it in depth since. Might be something to do with this half time. Oof! Good shot from Harms. Oops. No. Bulldogs are back out to a 6-point lead. No, they're even more. 8-point lead. I am getting distracted. I think that's right. All right. All right. At halftime, when we get there, we're going to play some Gridley. If Gridley's still alive. If not, we'll play that other one. It's basically the same thing. I didn't have the right scores. Man, I can't do math when I've turned my brain off. I don't know about you guys, but I've only got so much brain power in a day. Oh, big tunnel against Pendles. Yeah, they're saying Pendles ain't kicking it that long, and I tend to agree. Yeah, that was a big hit on Pendles. I feel like that's a tunnel. Like, oh, yeah, with a reasonable shot. Yeah, I feel like that should at least be a fine. We're kind of at the point where like there has to be incentive against like things just for the action. Like it doesn't need to cause harm, which I believe is the rule these days. I think they've changed that this offseason. But I think we do need to punish the action and the intent as well. And in some regards, I see, the intent and action discussion with Jackson Archer. And I say, look, if they have this is free to kneel. It's going to be another shot to the Doggies. Jeez. I figure if they have done this frame rate analysis on the speed and when you should be pulling out of contests and whatnot, I think that's where you go, all right. And then if that's the rules they're determining, that's the rules they're determining. And to be honest, I'm okay with outlawing bad decisions. Like you can't just blame bad decisions on hurting somebody. Not good enough. Brandon, I'm well, thank you. I'm well. How are you? I'm expecting to see a Pies win tonight, but I've been very impressed with the Doggies so far. Oh, that was lucky. Oh, Sam Darcy's a freak. He got knocked off the ball. Thank the Lord. But jeez, he's a freak. It's good to hear, Brandon. That's what you want. Okay, it's better than bad. We don't want bad things, We want you to be at least okay. Collingwood's playing okay. They're not playing bad, which is a good thing. Oh, those play-ons, they're 15 meters. That was lucky. That was a lucky switch. Yeah, they're 15-meter kicks. I just the grass is cut to 15-meter distances lengthways. Actually, I think it might be 13 now. It depends on the ground. there's a few different things there, um, but yeah, I mean, I think you're pretty much at the point where it's like if it's longer than that, you're pretty good. Oh, Cox has got a shot. This is just back and forth footy. Like I don't feel like either team's playing great defense. I'm gonna say this is a goal. I'm just gonna call it early. We're gonna say it's a goal. We're gonna check what the AFL says. The AFL says there is no score yet. Um, okay, it also says I'm wrong, so we should not do that. All right, 5 goals 6, 36-2. The doggies 6 goals 7, 43. It's been a really interesting match. I don't think either team's playing well. I think this is a very open game so far. Big kick from Gallagher out of defense. Howe tries to jump over the top, get a mark. It's been locked up. It's going to be a jump ball on the wing. Good movement from the doggies so far. I'm pretty impressed. And yeah, Darcy Cameron hasn't done much. Libba gets it in, but Moore knocks it away and did a good job. Sam Darcy's a gun. He is going to be it's so annoying. He is bang on what I wish I saw from Max King every week. Love Max, but he doesn't do this enough, and it seems to be innate for Darcy. Throw your body around, get the marks, get the shots, get 4 goals. It's not hard. It is hard. It's not easy, but God, I wish Darcy was just. I just wish Max King was just a more developed, better Darcy. I'd be so happy. Who would have the advantages here if it was raining, and why is it Collingwood? You were discussing the live from the boys last night. Yeah, they had a good point in that regard. I find rain to be pretty much the great leveler. I think it was Druzy or Cooko that said that, but yeah, for me, it makes good teams, brings them back to average a bit. They're a bit sloppier, and honestly, bad teams they're a bit used to those sort of fumbly movements. I think it really helps the team that's kind of the underdog generally. In this case, before the game, I would have said that the dogs are the underdog. But to be honest, the dogs are moving cleanly. And Collingwood just don't seem to be moving cleanly. So you might be right. Oh, am I going to miss an amazing tackle? What did I think? Whoa, you're right. That was sick. That was an amazing tackle. That was sick. Oh, Degoe nearly got the shot off. Fair effort. That should be a free. That should be a free. That was an amazing tackle. Honest to God, we need more of them in the AFL, bro. All right, can Lipper get this? I don't reckon. I might be wrong. Oh, you hit the post. Damn. Damn. Yeah, what do we got? 37. Good match. I'm very impressed. I didn't think it'd be this close. Doggies are kind of the underdog for me. So I said earlier I wanted. How was that not over? Okay, that was over the line. Yeah, I mean, doggies for me were always going to struggle when I was thinking about this game. So for me, this is pretty much an underdog match. Doggies, the dogs are the underdogs. good to see. They're playing well. You get another quarter of this, and Collingwood might not be able to keep up. Oof. Oh, Nick just gets the advantage, takes it on. Buku Kamas. I love Buku. He's such a good player. Not getting the respect he deserves. What is this fight? What was that? Davidson inside 50. He might have got that over the line. Look, Max hasn't been amazing. We'll quickly discuss this. I don't think Max has been amazing. Don't get me wrong. I do think Max has a lot of talent, and I think we utilize him pretty much the worst of any key forward in the league. St Kilda is shocking at their movement inside 50, and it's been that way for a while. And to be honest, like Max is a tall dude. Don't get me wrong, but and he can clunk a mark, but we just flood our forward line because we have they're off. Can Cox? Oh, Cox taps it on. Oh, McStay's got it. No, yes. That was ridiculously bad. Membry just like couldn't even say that if he tried. Damn. I'm gonna take the score down. Yeah, Max hasn't been his best. That was mistake. That was mistake, not Cameron. Max hasn't been his best, but I think he's got a lot of the tools to be really, really good. I think our midfield is just deplorable, and we have so many front runners that just don't want to get their hands dirty, and they don't at least hold tackles if they are. That's kind of the issues we have. Don't get it inside 50 accurately. Don't stick tackles. We get sucked in because tackles aren't sticking, and then our whole game plan falls apart. Went over it a bit with Jakey on Saints TV. If you haven't seen it, go have a look. Yeah, he nearly missed the behind post though. That was a shocker of a kick. Maynard to the Saints would be great. It'd be honestly amazing. We are really badly missing a small defender that can still rebound. We need somebody that can lock down and use the ball, and we just don't have one. Like as much as I love Naz, he is not the best at locking down on his man. He's not terrible. He's nothing to write home about. Sinclair's okay, particularly when he's not injured. If he's injured, he's not great though. He becomes a bit of a liability, at least defensively. So we really need somebody to take over from Stocker's role or Webster's role, depending on who we play on the game. And from there, we could see some development. We do. Okay, it is half time. We just really need to be able to hold down on Camerons, on Tyson Stengel, that will no doubt get off the leash this week. They're the people we can't control them. We just don't have a player to do it. Age isn't a great option, but Maynard might be able to teach. Yeah, culture, exactly right. Hang on. I think he's probably not. I mean, unless we were somehow be quite strong while Tassie's, not great, he might survive to that sort of level of play. But I mean, we'd have to be good pretty soon for him to be a possibility of getting us a premiership, which I don't know if we are. I just doesn't seem likely, unfortunately. But look, I mean, crazy things happen. I mean, teams just become good out of nowhere. It just happens every year. Yeah, Brandon Ellis with the Suns was a culture type pickup. I think there's a few good examples of that. I mean, the whole Melbourne list was built around that idea. When you got Ruse in, it was all about just get culture back to the club. It was just devoid of it, and I think St Kilda took a similar approach with getting Ross back. I don't think we had a great culture under Ratton, and yeah, maybe we got some better results in some regards, but I think Ratton was playing for the right then and right now, and trying to get as much out of each season as possible. But long term, there wasn't much plan because realistically, we weren't going to win a premiership in the last 2 years. It just wasn't going to happen. And that's what he was thinking we were getting closer towards, and we just weren't. So I think the requirement to get Ross in, or somebody that was going to be honest and say, hey, we need to change this league up or this team up, it was required. Now, whether he's the right person to take it to that next level and say, hey, like, I'm gonna get it all done. I'm gonna make the entire standard lift again and get it happening again. I don't know. I think that's debatable. Yeah, it's been a solid 60 years. I think it's longer than that now. But yeah, it's been under 60 years. Um, but yeah, it's annoying. I think this goes along at a lot of sports, to be honest. If you look at NBA, there's a solid couple that win it all the time. Same with the EPL. Same with most sports, unfortunately. But competitions around the world are balancing out. I think there's still a lot to go with Australian equity in terms of football. I don't think we have much of a fixture that's balanced anymore. I don't think we have great kid allocations anymore, but they're things we can fix. They're not impossible. We just need to tell some clubs, hey, like, we understand that this is annoying and you don't like it, but tough titties. Like, that's just life. You've been taking advantage of it. So European football example, you're a Man U fan, and even though it's only been 13 years, it is the dark ages. You are right. And I think to Leicester and those sort of things. More recently, Liverpool, um, and Leeds even. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's those kind of underling clubs that have kind of been there enough for years. They're starting to get opportunities. It is kind of dark times for legacy teams in some regards. Um, I'm an Arsenal fan, so like, been tough times for us for a while. Kane, I'm not showing the game, mate. It'll get me taken down. So you can either listen or you might have to go somewhere else. I believe Reddit might have ways for you to find the game, brother. You're gonna have to do that one yourself. I am not. Oh, bro, you're throwing a trust the process out at me. Bro, I'm a Philly fan as well. That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut. Um, yeah, man. I've got a knack for selecting pretty shocking teams, to be honest. At least, entertaining teams, sort of, but god damn. Saints probably haven't been that entertaining for a while. I think that's been a fairly reasonable gripe against our game style for a while there. Yeah, I'm a Sixers fan. Sixers are alright. They have like a beat is just difficult, difficult, and like Fultz as well as Ben Simmons were just absolute flops, and it's frustrating. I love Maxi. Jared McCain looks sick. Don't get me wrong, but God, they're so bloody frustrating. They are similar to the Saints in a lot of regards. Maybe a little more historically relevant in their league, but in terms of just how you have to deal with Sixers matches, it's very similar to St Kilda. Like it's shockingly bad. Um, you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh or you'll cry. That's how it goes. If you're a Saints fan, you're a Sixers man, you're a Gunners fan. You gotta laugh, 'cause otherwise you'd cry. I mean, look, honestly, Gunners have been pretty close these last couple of years. I mean, maybe next year we can get it done. You know, go to God. Darcy's good. Um, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, hopefully Gunners can get it done. Go to Euros, European leagues, and actually play a good sort of match. Top of the table. You guys, what, 4 English clubs this year? 5. I don't pay a ton of attention to European football, but I mean, I think it would again if the Gunners suddenly were clear best. So we are back from half time. Boys fought their way back from a four goal lead to the Doggies. And now they're just a goal down. It's been a good game. I think we'll when are they re-signing him? Jonos will roll with this headline every week, but is it Bevo's last year? I think it is. I thought it was going to be Hinkley's last year, and then they just cut him early, which was a huge surprise. But I just can't see Bevo surviving for much longer because I can't see the Doggies going deep. They're not. They found a few kids that are pretty good. Like Freya's not bad. The turnover of sort of mid-level players aren't bad, but they're starting to lose like the stars. They're not getting as many of them through as they're losing. So I think this year's it for me. But I've said that for like 2, 3 years, and I've been wrong every time. So that happens. And like I've been saying he's gone for a while, and it's just nothing's changed. Like not even his coaching style. He's still as eclectic as ever. Maybe this year's different. I don't know. It's game 2 for them, but I mean, it's been shocking the way he's moved players around and decided to use players differently. So I mean, it hasn't necessarily been a bad thing for him, but I think a lot of people expected more post their premiership, and it just hasn't eventuated. Like and whether that's the players, not having the desire, or in my opinion, Bevo moving the magnets too much. So yeah, it's for me, it's gotta be his last year. I can't see how he keeps getting away with it. What are my thoughts about the allegations for Geelong's salary cap? I don't. I got to be. Can't say too much about that, but yeah, I don't know. I I've heard these rumors for a while, and like it was that they give off land undervalued, and essentially that becomes easy money to appreciate because it's an asset rather than a pure cash. Heard the stories about Morris Finance before they were a thing. So like this has been going on for a while. I don't love the fact that they've got the guy that was their COO doing the investigation on their supposed corruption. I don't think anything will happen if it stays the case, which I think something needs to happen. Geelong is got to be careful. Geelong has likely, in some regards, dodged done some dodgies, at least from what allegations are saying. So if that's to be believed, there needs to be something done. And these things have been going around for a long time. So yeah, I think it is in a lot of regards. I think you talk to Geelong fans and they'll say it's a beat up. There's nothing there. To be honest, it sounds like copium. From what the very brief things I've seen as allegations, you can't survive that sort of stuff. And look, I mean, they're pretty crazy allegations, so maybe it is a beat up, but I'd want to know the ins and outs of it all. And I think the fact we've already seen that Morris Finance is going to now be under the cap in terms of payments for coaching, we've accepted that some of it's dodge. We know that it's dodge. So how much of it's dodge? That's the question we're at now. And I don't think we'll get great answers while we have the former COO investigating Geelong. Yeah, Geelong's better to live at than Frankston, for sure. Oh, I don't know about that because Frankston's got good public transport to a degree. Geelong's shocking. Geelong's just buses. So I don't know. Both aren't great. G Town's just G Town, man. Like my exes, I've had two exes from Geelong, and it's boring as all down there. There's nothing to do. Like, man, I don't even know if like any of the things that I experienced in Geelong are still there. To be honest, it's been a long time since I dated a Geelonger, but yeah, I remember like a few clubs. Going down to Torquay was pretty nice. Going down to Jen Jark was pretty nice, but otherwise, there's not much to do in G Town. I mean, man, maybe I was missing out. Maybe I was missing out. I don't think. No, I don't think we have exes backstories. um, no, we I had a lovely ex. She's in Melbourne now. But yeah, she's like from Torquay. Lived in Geelong and that sort of stuff. So yeah, went down there a bit. Went to Torquay a bit. That one's boring. I'm probably just hating. I would honestly, I'd hate Frankston as much. Neither's neither's like somewhere I'd want to go. Be real. Um, do I have a soft spot for another team? Well, it's becoming more and more Collingwood, to be honest. As much as I hated Collingwood for a long time, I also I also don't hate them as much as I hate other clubs now. Like I can't stand Geelong. Um, do I ever do Auskick? I'm a little bit old for Auskick, tiny bit. But I did back in the day. Um, I wasn't great, to be honest. My best position was the bench. So, I mean, hence why you talk about footy rather than do it, as they say, those that can't do teach. So that's how we ended up here. So, no, but I enjoyed Auskick. I even played a game on the Telstra Dome, as it was known at the time, now Marvel Stadium. That was good fun. I got to play a Saints match, and you know how there's like a bunch of little matches around the ground. I got to be in the big one where you got to like wear a team color. That was pretty good. So yeah, I mean, Auskick's sick. I think every kid should do Auskick. Good fun. But yeah, I don't play for a team anymore. I stopped playing when I was 17. I was starting to finally get okay because I wasn't a great player. But I'd finally figured out, hey, I just need to like run around with this dude and tackle him when he gets the ball. That's all I have to do. So I was okay at it as being a defender, and okay at running. So basically, I'd just be a back pocket, halfback, occasionally a tagger in the guts, and that was it. That was it. That's all I did. And then one day I got hit real bad. I was like trying to reach out and grab this dude, like chasing him real bad. Somebody came through, cleaned me up, and I just remember like trying to get up, and like I just couldn't. Like, and my back was just done. I slipped a disc. did like 9 months, like sort of physical therapy and that sort of stuff. Tried to come back for the next season, and very last training did another disc. So that was it. I like stopped right before I got to 18 because I was like, I'm not just gonna keep doing more discs in my back. It bloody hurt. So yeah, that was the last of it. I still play basketball occasionally, but not as much as I'd like. My body's still not great, unfortunately. But I enjoy basketball. I don't get hit. I can shoot now that I've put a lot of time into actually trying to be good at basketball. Yeah, it's been fun. I played against a bunch of footy players late last year. Um, Bloody Kennedy, Josh Kennedy, the old Hawthorn Sydney player. I played against him and his brother. They were insane. I tried to man up on Josh for about all of a quarter. Or what am I talking about? All of like a couple of minutes, like half of the half that we were doing. He just ran through me like 5 times. Like just got the ball, just ran through me. My feet were bloody moving, and he got a charging thing. He got a foul on me every time. Ridiculous. Yeah, people were lucky I got hit. I mean, I think the one thing I was always pretty damn good at kicking a footy. Like if I managed to get a mark somewhere, which is always particularly forward, because I wasn't grabbing many marks forward, I'd take that shot. I'd be taking that shot every time. And I get it because I feel like I'm a pretty reasonable kid. But to be fair, 100 goals at the G. I mean, it's been a while since somebody's kicked 100 goals in a season. If anybody was going to do it, it'd probably be me, though. You're right. It's probably me. No, you're right. All right, talking NBA, how do I play? One step, 1 2 step, gather step. Um, I'm gather, bro. I think 0 1 step. I mean, it used to be how I had to play, but like no coaches, no ref is calling gather 1 2 a travel anymore. So I'm doing gather 1 2. Like if I can get an extra step in, I'm doing it. Like so, yeah, I'm gather 1 2. I think everybody these days should just be gather 1 2. Rules change, you know. I I prefer it as well. It means I can like fully get a proper run up into my like layups. You know, back in the day, it's hard to be full sprinting into a layup. Are you a gather? I'm guessing you're an O1. No, nobody that's a gather step is going to ask that. We're all just gonna believe that everybody's a gather step fan because we made the change. You know, we don't worry about it anymore. I reckon you're a 0 1 type person. Um, but hey, I could be wrong. Let me know. Let me know if I'm wrong. Um, we're about to start this fourth quarter. We're about to start this third quarter. So less than a goal in it. It's been a good game. I'm pretty happy with this. Probably shouldn't stuff my mouth. Pretty good. All right. We're about to bounce this second half. Genwell. Am I when I say Genwell, am I well you started playing recently, yeah. Fair. I think basketball was like one of the best sports you could pick up um in COVID, man. Like if you could find a hoop that hadn't been taken down, oh, it was the best. Okay, you're a Philippines person. Cool. Are you still based in the Philippines, or are you over in Oz now? I said Philippines person because I couldn't remember Filipino. Like it took me a full like 5 seconds. That feels like it's 15 meters. You know that. Oh, nice, bro. Nice. Um, I'm always surprised, like when kind of people come over here and they become like Australian like footy fans. I feel like you know at some point you kind of just get immersed in it, right? But I feel like I never expect somebody to see this stuff and for them to kind of go, "That makes sense. I like it." Like, you know, not in the last few years, at least, maybe 13 years ago. Um, that was such a shocking kick. That's a goal. Another goal to Darcy Moore. Darcy, what is with people missing the simplest of fucking shots? Holy hell! I mean, to be honest with you, I would have dribbled that. 100%, I would have dribbled that. I'm all for dribble kicks, but I mean, I think if you're like 15 meters out, there just shouldn't be a way you miss it. There just shouldn't be. I don't care what kind of pressure you're under. Like, I almost don't care what angle you're on. Like, if you've got a sliver of goal and you're within 15 meters, as an AFL player, you should be able to get that. I would trust myself to get that shot 8 or so times out of 10. Maybe the pressure of being out in front of 50 odd thousand people, you know, changes those sort of parameters, those numbers. But I'd still kind of expect myself to go rough. Oh, liver's hurt. Oh no. I will bonjour. No, I feel like 15 meters out, you can't miss. Doesn't matter what angle you're on. Like you've got to, as an AFL player, back yourself to be able to get that and get it like 9 plus times out of 10. Bonjour, Jesse. We were chatting about your Oh, what a goal! What a brilliant goal from Schultz there. I haven't been a big fan of him since he moved over, but just stepping around three. Yeah, Jesse, we were just talking about you. We were chatting. I might be able to find it somewhere, but we were chatting about the lads last night. They had some good points. Um, and yeah, it's good to see Coco as well. I've I I'll be 100% real. I forgot Coco existed until this year. He was like one of my favorite creators. I don't know, pre-COVID sort of thing. And yeah, I'll be real. I completely forgot about him. And then seeing him come back, it's been good. Oh yeah, the Larky Waterman discussion. That's right. I just, as much as I love Waterman, man. Is Darcy Cameron hurt too? This is bad. Yeah, I like Waterman. I just don't think he's quite at Larky's level yet. I feel like he's had one really good season. Don't get me wrong, nothing bad about it. But I feel like Larky's had a few really good seasons. So when Dill was saying like he didn't rate Larky as much as he did Waterman, that surprised me. And we've got another goal to Collingwood. I'm going to have to update this banner because it's been a little bit now. So the Pies should be, they are up 7,850 to 6,844. I think there's a few injuries to them though. I I might have seen an injury to Darcy Cameron then, which makes me a little bit worried for the Pies long term because I don't think Cox can really do it all in the ruck, to be honest. I think I got that right. Was it 6? My brain's not working. It's not 8. It's got to be 6, 7. I feel like I've got these numbers wrong, but we're just going to try that up there. Yeah, it was good. It was really good. I love Dylan's setup as well. It looks classy, man. Like classy as. Oh, 7, 8. I knew I man, I somebody that thinks that they show everybody their math. Really bad at it. All right, big Mark to Darcy again. Is this what goal number? This would be 4. He actually kicks it. But yeah, no, it was good seeing him, man. Like I've really enjoyed it. Are you gonna make an appearance someday? You're gonna have to, aren't you? Oh, trip down to Melbourne, mate. When you're coming down to Melbourne, let us know. We'll do a Revs trip. We'll go down to Revs. We'll go down Electric. We'll make a night of it. And Sam Darcy hits the bloody post again. How many times did I hit the post now? This is ridiculous. All right. This is such a bizarre game. I feel like the doggies should be smashing it. Man, it's probably me. I've been talking them up all night. I think I think the call is coming from inside the house, my brother. Um, remember the dude that used to be on St Kilda snapped it into the forward line. How was that a 15-meter kick to Buku Karamas? When I've seen 20-meter kicks like double that length, talking about a player not taking their chances. Yeah, Josh Weddle didn't play the best the other night, but geez, Battle looked good. Like the problem with you guys is all your players, if they have a bad night, there is somebody just as good. It's not a problem for you. But there's somebody just as good to step up and take that role. Like if Weddle goes down, honestly, you've got Scrimshaw, right? He's probably not going to always be as good as Weddle, but he's pretty damn good. You got bloody Sicily go down. There's Barras. There's Battle. You got what? You had Warple not even playing the other night, and it was like, all right, let's just get Josh Ward in. Like your team's getting frustrating to watch, to be honest with you. Like as a Saints fan, bloody annoying. Bloody annoying. That's an odd one. Somebody just started following me. Um, their name is Sharon Shenanigans, which is interesting because that was a segment of mine last year, which I was looking at bringing back. Mm. You've been impressed with Mackenzie. We call him Mitchell Jr. I'm glad you've been impressed with Mackenzie, but I feel like I'm also not glad as well because I'm pretty sure he was meant to be a skilled player. Pretty sure you guys got the AFL to stop the bids counting inside the first round. Right as he was a team. So yeah, that kind of and it kind of annoys me a little. Your team's so good. Like all the young players are so good. It frustrates me. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that Sharon Shenanigans thing. I also got to 100% the game or not because like part of me was going to stream it, but that's only because of like how frustrating last week was. I don't think I could actually go to it, but I feel like I should. Big snap inside 50. Collingwood's gonna have it. Oh nope. Schultz. All right. Right, he's using the same font as me. Hmm. I don't know how to feel about that. Um, like, I mean, anybody can do whatever, but like the fact you've named your podcast like the same name as one of my segments and of the same font that we were using, like we are, it's this second font now. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird. I don't know. Do you think that's weird to anybody else? Does anybody else think that's weird? Oh, chip up to English and he doesn't mark it. Yeah, I don't know. Should they be flattered? Are they even like? Because like the same font and the same name, it could just happen. As somebody that deals with odds pretty often, it's unlikely, but it could. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. I don't think I care, but it's odd. Members with a big mark. I would. It is sad to see him not in the Saints colours anymore. Do love him. Ah, going in deep. You know, no, they went in shallow. Schultz with another mark. He's done really well this quarter. Really well. I think I've been harsh on Schultz. He's done really well. I I don't always think he's particularly good, but I mean the way you play with one club versus another club, it can just be so different because of like what they want you to do. So go short. Cameron doesn't quite get the mark. Doggies look to have got it out. No. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Whatever. Am I gonna go to tomorrow night? Weren't you supposed to replace memories with Owies? I don't think we were ever really going for Owies. Yeah, as far as I know, we didn't really have that discussion. I don't have like some of the inside connections that others do, but I don't think that discussion ever happened. Um, in fact, if memory serves, Owies struggled to get any attention, which is why he went to West Coast. Oh, Libba's knee might be gone. That's not good. If Libba's gone too, they're screwed. Like, um, but yeah, I mean, I think we were just generally expecting to see Membry playing more seconds this year, and like we've started the season with so many injuries, particularly to our forwards, that he probably would have gotten a game last week. I don't think he'd get like over 50% of games this year, though. Like I genuinely believe Cooper Sharman is a better player than Tim Membry. As much as Membry's great, I think Sharman's already at the point where he is as good as Membry and still has a lot of room to grow. So I don't think we could really run King, Membry, Sharman, and potentially Marshall or Caminiti, because we are going to be playing Marshall forward a bit more this year. We do want a taller target to assist with King as well, as multiple sort of third talls isn't super helpful. So yeah, I mean, I don't think he would have played as much as he would at Collingwood, to be honest. So it is a shame that he's gone. I would love him to stick around and be happy with playing a fair few games in the seconds. But I mean, if you got opportunities to go to a club like Collingwood that had a down year after winning the premiership, might be back in that sort of area again, you let them have it. If you're only going to play a player for half the year, you just let them do what they want. I'm 50-50. I'm going to let Jake know. I don't know how's that. I'm 50-50. I'm worried about a repeat of last week. I don't wanna be paying, like, $14 a beer that's, like, out of date as well. Like, especially if we're getting smashed. That's like this whole idea of us getting smashed instead of just regularly losing, it's really changed what my outlook for the year has been. Oh, I think it will, but, yeah, I'm worried about a repeat of last week. Oh, touched on the line. Lob's been so good since he's gone back. Lob's been so good. I hate it. Like, why would so many other teams just find really good players? I feel like we just haven't had that at the Saints in a while. I'm very like mono thought processed at the moment. It's getting closer and closer to the Saints match. All I can think about is St Kilda. Oh no, Reef McGuinness with a suspected ACL. Jeez. Damn, no shit. Dogs are, oh, dogs are just not doing what they were doing in the first half. I think I might be on the money here. The call was that, especially after we got through the first quarter, the call that I made was I think Collingwood gets out to 15-ish point lead by three-quarter time. And we're about one goal one away from that with 6 minutes left. The doggies just aren't getting movement. And it could be the case. Oh, Steele side bottom shakes off the play. You don't see that much. You don't. Doggies are out. Vandermeer's found. Riley West is a gun. Riley West is a gun. You can't tell me anything else. He's like that half forward pocket that like people should be looking for. Like it's a hard type of player to recreate. I'm gonna change the banner here because it's bloody wrong. Big goal. 7-9-51 to the Pies. 7-11-53. Been an amazing game. All right. We're about to get back into it. I'm sorry that I am distracted by a mobile. I'm just messaging Jakey. I think we might go to the footy tomorrow. Libba's gone back to go forward. Sanders, who I kicked out of my team this week, gets it back to Libba. Oh, and a big spoil by Darcy Moore. Cameron gets the mark. That's a big hit. Yeah. Okay. So it's not a mark. It's just a big hit from Harms. Crisp with a good mark there. Very good mark. All right. Quainer down the line. I'm not sure if you guys have seen Quainer on Instagram. No, TikTok. He's done this whole thing where he's like choosing new fragrances each week. He's got some good ones. I'm jealous. Yes, yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Oh, that was a great tackle. You don't see Pendle taken up like that. Oh, Drew, I hadn't thought about that. You got the pregame comments. Yeah, we'll go down. We'll get a cheap Palmer. Won't make Jakey pay. Oh, good kick. Straight back to Dust Cameron, though. Not that good a kick. Sometimes kicks look good off the boot, but they're just to no one. But that was a short, flat ball. Well, it wasn't even short. It was a long, flat ball, and it looked nice off the boot, but it didn't really go to anybody helpful. Yeah, we'll go in. We did. Oh, Houston cuts through the traffic. It ends up in Steel Sidebottom's hands. He gets the snap off. Game 308 with his captain, Pendles. It's just good vibes. If they can get a match, if they can get a win tonight, this is good vibes. 59-51. Pies are up. Yeah, Lockie Ramble got schooled there. Absolutely. Yeah, that lagged. That was, as a Saints fan, that was Milne-esque. That was Marshall-esque from last year when he nearly got a goal and it just came straight back in field. That was, yeah. You can't deal with balls bouncing like that. You gotta dive on it, kill it. Otherwise, you can't be getting sucked into the zone of influence and not influence it. It's very important. Big jump from English. If he can start doing that more, he'll get back to his best. He's just not had the athleticism this last few years. He gets it out to Matty Kennedy, though. Kennedy goes in deep. Can Sanders find something? That was probably a trip. He wasn't paid it. It ends up in Houston's hand. He just kicks it straight out of bounds. Tried to go with the banana, was too cheeky, and was rewarded with a punishment. That's what happens when you're cheeky. You can't just be showing your cheeks like that. Big fly. Nobody gets a real hand to it. Josh Dacos goes for underhand handball. It gets to Lipper. It doesn't go anywhere after that particularly. It's going to be a throw in the pocket for the doggies. It's been a good game. I'm enjoying it. Have we got an updated score? Well, we do. I managed to stay on top of that. Yeah, I mean, there's been so many posters at this point in the game where I mean, either side would be significantly ahead if they actually kicked them. Being a good one, like those sort of things are what makes a game. Oh, I've got a little puppy over here that he just wants a scratch. Oh, give me a second. We got a minute 30, and let me see if I can turn this thing on. Yeah, okay, we got active track on. So we got active track on. It should follow me around. We got a little puppy over here. His name's Toby. He's a little puppy. Yes, 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 yes. Good little puppy. He's a very good kid. We wanted a scratch. So we gave him a little rubsies. Give him a little rubsies. All right. Back to the footy. Dog is sort of happy. He's kind of upset that I stopped. That's all right. I love Buka Kamas. Oh, I feel like he just plays good footy. He's winding down the clock. They're saying, he's in no hurry, but he's doing the right thing. Big fly from Howe. Gets a fist up. It's going straight over the line for another throw. We've got 33 seconds. Look, either team could get a goal. The Doggies will want to try and eat up about 15 seconds or so. Collingwood will want as much time as they can get to get it down the other side of the ground. It's thrown in. English has tapped it down to West. West gets tackled pretty quickly, but he gets a ball out. This is in dispute. It might end up in the Doggies' hands, and it has for now. And it's a big tackle. 15 seconds lost. The Doggies would be very happy here. True wing position. 14 seconds left. 51 to 59. It's probably staying this score, but there is enough time for either team. Collingwood has won the ball, but they've quickly gotten wrapped up, and I don't think they're going to get the opportunity. The Dogs have stolen it back, and unless there's a very quick mark, that will be the three-quarter time siren, and we go in with an 8-point Collingwood lead. Been a good match so far. I think we're at the time now where if you've had your food, you've had some water, you've had your drinks, it's time to restock, right? For me, might be time to go to the toilet. You might be the same as well. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say what you have to do, but I'm going to do that. So for now, what we are going to do is we're going to have the Be Right Back sign up. We're going to chuck up the watch along banner, the old thumbnail, and we're going to go and get our things. We're going to come back in 5 minutes. We're going to see how this ends. It's pretty close with the call, but Pie's only 8 points up, not 15. So grab your bits and pieces. We've got 5 minutes till the third quarter time is done, and we start the fourth. I'll be back very soon. Thank you very much. All right, we're back. It is the third, or it is the fourth. What am I talking about? And can the doggies turn it around? I think it might be close to game over if Libba's not at his best, but we'll see right now. Collingwood doesn't get the first clearance. All right, let's get rid of that. Richards gets it out again. Inside 50 to Darcy. He does not get it. Howe bombs it out, and it's an easy mark. They are playing well, and runs around him. That is just too easy. Big mark from English. Darcy marks it on the logo. Goes to Norton. How is that not a free? Run on contact. What happened there? That was weird. Oscar Baker's on. Arthur Jones is off. Collingwood gets a snap out of their D50. It doesn't get very far. And it's going to... It's not quite holding the ball. They managed to get it out. It's going to be a tackle right on the 50-metre line. (26-12) free kicks to the Pies. Jesus. Intercepted by Cox. What can he do? He's gone to Bobby Hill. Is Bobby Hill going to get... He's going to get... All right. It's getting close to game if the doggies do not do something. 18 minutes gone. 18 minutes to go in the fourth. My neck is sore. I'm going to find the goddamn massage thing. God, my neck is killing. That was very lucky. That was very lucky. Darcy Cameron shouldn't have gotten that at all. Dacos running past, nearly gets tackled. DeGoey doesn't mark it. The umps are doing some weird stuff. Richards has been running all night. He is such a gun. Can he find someone? He goes for Darcy, but it's too low for him. You can't send a giraffe to ground like that. You can't ask him to go to his feet. Oh, that's got to be a free. I mean, it is a lot of frees to Collingwood. Oh, no, you got up. This is pretty close. It's gone straight down the line. It's going to be a throw in. Darcy Moore did reasonable there. It's been pretty good. Is this Beverages last year if he can't get finals again? I think so. I think the doggies have to make finals for Bevo to not be under the pressure that gets him axed. Pendlebury's so clean. He always has been. Oh, Long got out of that perfectly. Oh, who's on McStay? No one. Oh, this is bad. This is, yeah. I mean, General, good to see you. I think you're right. It might be game over. Yeah, it's those lost tackles. It's just if you're gonna go out of position, you have to stop the ball. Oh, McStay didn't get the goal. 66. One of the best numbers a St Kilda fan can look at. I can't really see how. Yeah, I can't really see how the Dogs win this unless not. Every time it looks like they're about to win a contest, just Collingwood just immediately. Oh, Collingwood managed to like just cut it off immediately, and from there you just yep. Collingwood just cut off every sort of movement out of defence. I mean, if it's not movement out of defence, it's movement from the Dogs inside 50. They're just not maintaining the ball and finding good targets. Collingwood putting a ton of pressure on. This can't last. This will be a tackle. It is. And Steele gets in his ear. As he probably should. I mean, you can't. Oh, good handball. Kennedy gets it down the line. It ends up straight back in Josh Dacos's hand. He looks for Quaynor. Quaynor is gonna switch it, and he's gonna find Bobby Hill. Membry's gonna lead, but it's not going to him. Elliott doesn't get the mark. It's gonna be a free to Buku. That played on, and it's just cut off again. Oh, Collingwood are just looking too good. Richards found an out. Good on him. Jeez. There's just 2-on-1. Come on, you can mark this. Oh, Davidson, well done. Doggies need to not. Oh, that's got to be a mark. Yeah, that's a mark. Sam Darcy's a freak. Like, just a genuine freak. It's like Wemby, like in the NBA. You're just not going to get anything over him. He's too big. Right, so what are we looking at? I feel like he gets this. He's missed so many. He needs to. Yeah, he's got it. Good on the doggies. They've made a game out of this. Let's respond. God damn, this has been a honestly kind of a slow night. I would have thought we saw somebody start banging through goals, but the defense has been reasonably good for both sides. Offensively, it's been kind of lacking for both teams. Neither's been clean. Oh, Davidson. Dang. Oh, inside 50. Can they find Riley West? Deliver. It's game on. It's game on. This happens every time. I think it's game over. It's game on. This is a good game. This is every time. This is if this becomes a shootout in this last quarter. This has everything you want out of the game. That's great step throughs by Davison. Like you just don't say that. Not from youngsters. He delivers beautiful pun work. You've been on top of your game. You've done well today. It's been a good game. Like it's been slow. Like the goals haven't come quick, but it's been good. If we can get some kicks through now. Oh, oh Norton. Oh my lord. Norton might be a better ruck than English. Great tackle from Richards. They're going in forward from Sanders. Oh, big mark from Howe. This is great. This is what we want footy. Oh, it's good to be back. Look, I think I can see your point of view here, right? I can understand why you would have done that. I also picked them to miss out. I've got them, I think I'd have to double check to be honest, but I think I had them at like 13th. Might have been 12th. Good interception, but it's just straight back to Collingwood. This is reminds me of watching Saints. Whoa. Is Cox down? Cox might be down after that. Oh, that's a punch to the face. That's weeks. Unfortunately, that's weeks. You can't just punch someone in the face. That's not great. Yeah, they're debating on how much they were trying to actually spoil the footy there. I don't know about that. That's a punch to the face. Oh, yeah, man, he's got blood. Jeez, that's weeks. Yikes. Well, I mean, if Lob's gone as well, Lob and Jones, jeez, I don't know. They're gonna have to play Bustlinger next week. There's no option. Jamie Elliott sprays it. 4 points. Not like if either team had kicked kind of a fair few more goals here, we'd have a massive game on our hands. But it's building well. We've got 10 minutes left, less than a goal. Can we see some from some free flowing footy? A couple of run on goals. Dogs are out. 1-on-1. Can West get it? No. It's out of bounds. It's not on the full. It's going to be a throw in right next to the goals for the doggies. This will be a close one. It'll come down to it. Throw in English straight in front. West trying to get it. Oh, is that not high? It's not. To go with a legal tackle, and it's going to be a ball up. Cameron gets the ball, handballs it out. Nick's got it. Dacos goes straight over the top to McCreary. McCreary's running it out of defence. He's getting chased by Davidson. He goes long to a 2-on-1. Can McStay put up a contest? He does. It ends up in Jamie Elliott's hands. Elliott goes to McStay. It's Membry in a 1-on-1. He can't keep it in. Goes over the line. Collingwood's 50. It's going to be a throw-in. It has been a pretty hard ladder to predict this year. I don't think anybody's going to go in with a ton of confidence. I mean, I've done as much as I can. I did over 1 million simulated AFL matches to get my prediction, but even then, I'm not very confident. So it's going to be another ball up from the throw-in, pretty much directly on the 50-metre line for Collingwood, 45-degree angle. Ends up in Houston's hands. He shuffles it out. Ends with DeGoey taking a shot, but it's wide. Very wide. And the Pies are inching ahead. 5 points, but it's still a goal. Dogs take a chip out of the defence and put themselves in danger, but English gets the mark. They're going to run it out. Buku's gets free, but he's a terrible hand pass defensively. It ends up in Nick's hands. Nick Dacos over the top to a 1-on-none. McStay, I think, got the goal, but I'm not sure. Was that touched? They called it a behind. They need to overrule it. It needs to be an overrule for a goal. I think that is touched. I think he did touch it. Yeah. I can't believe it. This is ridiculous. This is... Yeah, Buku Karmas, he nearly coughed that game up. I mean, it's not game yet, but it's been struggle city. That's not a mark. I can understand why you'd be angry with that one. If I was English, I would be. I would have felt like I got that. Tapped down to Freya. Perryman v West. West throws Perryman off. It's a free kick. It's advantage. They're out. Collingwood's out. Inside 50 to DeGoey. Hits him on the chest, but it is spoiled. Well done. It's going to be a throw-in. Inside 50 for Collingwood. This is knife-edge stuff. Collingwood, if they'd gotten 1 or 2 goals off this last sort of period, game might be dead, but it isn't. The Doggies need to find some space and some clean hands. It ends up in West. Al takes a big knife. Oh my God. Bad kick inside the corridor. Cut off by Freya. He's going to go for it. Doggy's got a goal. It's level at the G. 69 apiece. 10-9, 69 to 9-15, 69. Pies have had the opportunities. We said this at the start of the night. They smashed Port. Smashed them. Tonight was an opportunity, is an opportunity to get 4 more points, start entrenching yourself into that sort of top 8 area. It's early in the year, but you know where you want to be, right? So you need wins. And are you just going to beat up on bad teams? Because if that's the case, you are not going anywhere near deep finals. It's not happening. They've had their opportunities. 9 goals, 15. They should be 20, 30 points up, and they're not. Can Collingwood do something out of this stoppage? It ends up in Nick's hands. He's just running. Side bottom's free. Goes in deep to Schultz, who drops it with no one on him. Libba with Vandermeer. Baker's out. West nearly took a mark, but Maynard was there, thankfully, to get a fist in and get that over the line. Collingwood needs to prove right now that they're not just going to be bullies to teams that don't do nothing this year. This game means more than might first appear. It's early. It's important to set a standard for yourself this year. Cameron just kicks it straight out on the floor. Dogs are charging. This isn't over at all. We had this 5-10 minutes ago. 15 tops. Collingwood need to prove it. Perryman gets it to DeGoey in a one-on-one. Karmas picks it up and gets tackled. This is desperate stuff from both sides. It's good. We need it. We got 6 minutes. Good tackle. Collingwood's free kick. They're going to go deep with a long kick inside 50. Not an effective kick. But DeGoey gets it? Yes. Jeez. He bumped Buku Karmas out of that way for sure. Did he put his hands there? Doesn't particularly look like it. Oh. Iffy. We had this less than 15 minutes ago. DeGoey needs a goal. He's missed it. I can't believe it. He's missed it. I mean, well, that's from last week. I'm losing track of things. It's pandemonium here. 5 minutes left. Collingwood up a point. Strong mark from Houston. Collingwood should have had this in the bag. You don't often win off of kicking 16 points 9. It's rare. Doggies have a strong chance here. They need this goal, and this could be enough. I don't know if Collingwood can get more than one goal. I just don't think I see it. Wow, insufficient attempt. Collingwood has gotten some pretty reasonable luck tonight. It's like I would want as a Saints fan. They go deep to no one. What's the stats? Oh, what a tackle. I don't know, 3 kicks? (31-14) free kicks. Jeez. This has been a game. Can Bobby do something here? Get them a goal that they desperately need. Very far outside 50. Buku Karmas cuts it off. It's over the line. It's a throw-in. I don't think Collingwood can get more than one goal. I don't think Western Bulldogs can either. I think this is a last goal situation. If there's even a goal left in the game. And Sidebottom just snapped it. Is that game? That might be game. I don't know if 3.5 minutes that the Doggies can score 2. I think there could be a draw, maybe. But I don't think the Doggies can score 2 goals at this point. We haven't got long left. 3-ish minutes left in this game. Doggies, jeez. They need to get this to win. And they have. Libba's got it. He goes and gets smothered at the last second. There's 3 minutes, 10 seconds left on the clock. Buku Karmas tries to put pressure on Tim Membry. Oh, Gallagher just got a tap on, so it's not holding the ball. It's slowed down significantly. McStay versus Lobb, and neither takes it. It's out the back. Vandermeer's got it, but he's by himself. 2 minutes 40 left. He gets it to English. English goes short. And Matty Kennedy gets it. Kennedy goes inboard to Lobb. Bulldogs are building. They've gone in deep. It's a one-on-one. Harms versus Howe. And it's a behind. Do you remember what I said a minute ago? This might be a draw. There is 2 minutes 10 left. 10-10, 70 to 10-16, 76. Big mark from McStay coming out. Oh, that is lucky. Jeez. Collingwood took a massive mark in the guts then. Game was on the line with that. It was very, very strong from Schultz. If Collingwood win, it might be because of that. 1 minute 30 left. They're on the wing. And Buku Karmas takes a big mark. Been saying his name all night. He's been doing great. He plays on around the mark, goes 50 meters down the line to a contest. A lot of dogs. It spills. Oh, it's going to be a jump ball on the Doggies' 50-meter line. 1 minute 5 seconds left. I said I didn't think there was enough time for 2 teams to get a goal. There has been 1 goal since 1 second after I said that, which made me reevaluate. I said, I think we can see a goal from the Doggies. I'm not sure Collingwood. But they were 7 points down. They needed a point on top of that. They've got that point. There's 56 seconds, and it's a throw-in from the boundary line. Dogs are down by a goal. Could this be a draw? English gets the tap down to Steele, side bottom, who goes back to Pendlebury. And Nick Dacos falls over the line, and it's a throw-in. That was probably pretty lucky. Doggies have to win this throw-in. 46 seconds left. Got it. Davidson gets it out. Richards bombs it in. It's not a mark. It's off the chest. Schultz falls. He gets it out. Big bomb to no one. Buku Kamas taps it in front of him. There's 24 seconds left. Bramble goes hard. It's over the boundary line. 20 seconds left. Far side of the ground. This is it. It's now or never. It has to happen now, or the Doggies will lose. Throw in. English falls down but manages to tap it in front. It's in Steele side bottom's hands. He's bombed it out on the full. There is 9 seconds left. Dogs have it on the wing. There is enough time for one entry, and that's it. This is it. They've gone long. Big mark to Darcy Cameron, and that is game. Collingwood wins. What a match. What a match. I mean, Collingwood by 6, 70-76. It is game. It is smiles all over Fly McRae's face. I mean, you couldn't be happier with that result. I will say now, there is going to be discussions about the free kicks. It's going to happen. Those numbers are odd. You've got 33 free kicks to 14. It's going to be a discussion point. I don't think it really affected the game. If anything, I think the game was fairly well umpired. I love it. It was good. That last quarter really sold it for me. I think we were looking at a pretty slow game in that second half to a degree. At least in the third quarter. We were sitting there, less than 10 goals each. We finished on just over 10 goals each. 10 goals 10, 10 goals 16. But what a match. I mean, that last minute or so just could have gone either way. It was writing itself up for a Doggies comeback and stealing it, but they just couldn't do it. What a match. All right. Well, that's basically it, everyone. We got a blinder here on Friday night. Pies just get it done. They were my tip for the night. I think this match was much closer than I expected. I kind of thought Collingwood gets it done pretty easy. I expected about a 5-goal win. They got themselves over the line. And look, maybe points-wise, because they won by only behinds, maybe they probably should have won by a bit more. But they got pushed to the end. The Doggies tried. Steel side bottom was incredible at the end there. There was quite a few players there that did so much. I mean, Isaac Quaynor at the end, if he doesn't get to ground and try and stop that, that's back in the Dogs' hands. I mean, it still ended up as deliberate, but they got time to get behind the ball and set up. If that was free-flowing, who knows? I mean, so many moments there that just could have been anything. We had that mark in the center from Schultz. He was getting closed in on 5 different angles, and he took it. And he honestly, that could have been the game-saving moment. There's so many moments in that last 5-10 minutes that you got to put your body on the line, and it was done every time. I was very impressed with both sides tonight. I don't think we get a kind of match like this next week. If memory serves, we've got some pretty shockers on. Might have got my fixture wrong, but let's double check. Next Friday, we have Butterskreimat versus Carlton. We've also got Essendon versus Port the night before that. So, yeah, I don't know about next week's matches, to be honest with you. But this was a stunner. What a match. Grab the balls out, shine them, give them to the kids. Good game. I think there was lacks of things. Like, disposal wasn't great. We'll double check it, actually, because I haven't had a look. Disposal didn't come across as amazing. We have team stats for disposal sitting at 72 to 73 odd. Inside 50 is very different, and honestly, I'm surprised the score isn't more dramatic. Collingwood did miss those shots, so they did win on by points only. I mean, 72 to 73 odd percent per side's not bad, to be honest. What were the turnovers at? Okay, turnovers were not great from the Doggies. Okay from Collingwood. And then, okay. So, I mean, split time of who was in front as well, 57 minutes to 54 minutes. Tackles were 10 up to Collingwood, 54 to 64. More tackles inside 50 as well, 9 to 12. I mean, as a general good match, I don't think we see this again next week. I think next week we probably see a bit more of a, unless Carlton can find something, which I don't know that they can. I think we see a Bulldogs win after tonight. But what a match. I'm getting ready to finish it up, guys. We've got a Saints match tomorrow. Now, I'm debating whether I actually stream it. If it's like last week, I don't think I want to be there, but might hang out with Jakey. So maybe we do go. But yeah, it's that's it for tonight. At this point, I could go over the stats, but there's going to be nicer graphics from the guys on TV. So I'm going to let it be. There's going to be fan cams from a few people, I'm guessing. Keep an eye out for Luke if you're around the ground. I'm sure he's there with his fan cams. I'm pretty sure Anthony's doing Pies TV as well. So that should be on in not too long. But look, I'm going to leave you there, guys. Keep an eye out for tomorrow. I'm 50-50 whether I'm going to be here for the Saints match or actually at it. So you might see a thumbnail pop up. And if so, feel free to click it, join in and say hello. We can either celebrate or commiserate. As a Saints fan, I'm pretty used to commiserating. But maybe we get something new, something different. Who knows? Anyway, thank you very much for tonight. It's been a lot of fun, and I will see you at least Friday next week, if not earlier, for that Saints match. Enjoy the rest of it. Cheers. Peace.